This video is not going to be perfect, but I am not a bug bounty hunter. I am fucking... You probably subscribe to me. You probably subscribe to me because of the bugs I found. Well, you probably subscribe to me because you probably Jézusom. You probably subscribe to me because... Nézd oda, bazd meg. Fucking hell. This is so scary. This is so scary. Oh my god. This is terrible. Like, I literally don't... I feel shit. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Project, the snapshot. So I decided... That's my... Ez elképesztően nehéz. This is insanely difficult. This is insanely difficult. This is a different kind of video. I am not a bug bounty hunter. Oh no, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. This is the last take I'm going to do. I'm not going to record this once again. So, no, this is not... Do I really want to talk about this? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure at this point. I'm not sure. I'm feeling so bad. I'm feeling so bad. I want to give up, but I shouldn't. But should I give up? Should I give up? It's insane how I can't be imperfect, or how I can't put stuff out there that's not a well-made piece of work which I'm proud of, and if I want to do anything less than that, then I just feel terrible. And that's a great thing. I guess that's a great thing, you know. It's really not bad. It makes me put out quality content, right? Yes, but it's a huge censorship on myself because I'm not able to talk about stuff which is just messy and which is not that impressive. But maybe those things are also important. If not, they are even more important than you know, the security issues maybe that I put together in a way. Is it even great? You know, that's another question. Is it only me thinking that my blog posts and videos are, you know, they are like really a lot of work went into it and they are great? I mean, I know they are great, but am I over stressing about it? You know, is it like, I don't know. Also, that sounded a bit, you know, I sounded a bit full of myself saying that. I don't know. Or is it the healthy level of confidence? I'm not sure. I'm pretty confident that my work is high quality. But what I'm noticing is that I'm unable to put out stuff which connects my identity with something that's not perfect. And that is dangerous, and that is horrifying. Like, I was sitting here trying to record this video about 4 different ideas that I wanted to talk about, and I wasn't able to do it. There are the recordings. I sat here for like 40 minutes, and I was feeling progressively worse. Because I wanted to say all of these things, but I kept restarting because it wasn't great. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't that. It wasn't how I wanted it to be. I'm watching Nathaniel Drew. I'm watching Ali Abdal, and I'm really liking their work. They are putting out honest content. They are putting out something that it's their ideas, and I want to do something similar. I really want to do something similar about sharing and expressing myself, but they are creating such high quality content that I am not able to do that right now, and I don't necessarily want to do that right now. But at the same time, I'm comparing myself to Nathaniel Drew's videos, for example, and he has all of the scripts and everything made out, and it's a really great piece. Every video is a piece in of itself, and I subconsciously or consciously I want to make my videos or my stuff the same level as well, and I had this in my head, how great it would look. And yes, I could make that. I could of course, write a script and engineer this whole video and then edit it and work on this for so long to make it perfect. But I guess that's a slippery slope, and I am going down that route way too often than I should be. For example, I made this vulnerability write-up about the Google Cloud SSRF for the Google Cloud Prize, which had a deadline of the December 31st of 2021, and I had such a hard time, just starting out writing that, because I felt like I don't know why, but I wasn't really motivated, and I felt shit about it. It was the same shitty feeling that I had right now for 40 minutes sitting in front of this camera and trying to make something that's not real and which is not, honest, but more perfect. And, starting out and writing from scratch, it felt pretty bad. But then after like 1 or 2 days, when I had a few paragraphs done and it started to, get into some kind of shape, I started to feel better about it. Then I started to do the finishing touches, the designs, the drawings, all of that extra stuff that I really wanted to put into it, and I ended up feeling very, very proud of that work, and it became, perfect. Well, what is that? So then something went wrong with the camera. The SD card started to buffer. That's very weird. But so there as well, it only started to, the process only started to be more enjoyable after I started to see the finish line and the feeling of this blog post becoming perfect. But it's not going to be. Or yes, I can make it perfect, but do I want to make everything perfect? No, I am not perfect. I am a human, and that's cheesy as hell, but that's the truth, I guess. And if I want to express my ideas and myself on the internet, then by definition I won't be able to make every part of that a polished piece of work. And I had this multiple times. I had this happen multiple times. I had it once when I wanted to make this podcast where I record an audio version of something similar to this, where I talk about. I have a bunch of notes in Google Keep where I write, like, kind of on a daily basis, ideas which I'm thinking about, which I'm pretty excited about. And I wanted to share them somehow. I really want to share these thoughts somehow with the world or with other people who might think of the same things. And I thought a podcast is a great idea, and it would give me the power to be imperfect in a safe environment. Yeah, because I can't, because all of my other environments are perfect. Once again, we're arriving here, but I made that Anchor podcast account, and I made a few episodes. Then I deleted those episodes because they weren't that great, and now I'm starting again, and now these episodes will be great. I started again. I recorded one episode. It's still out and publicly available. It's a great episode. I like it, but I never recorded anymore because a few times I tried, sitting down and recording, but it wasn't that great. I felt like I don't have, it's not going that well, and I had the same feeling happen, the same bad feeling. And then after that, I was watching a ton of TikToks at the time, and I thought I should make my own TikToks. And the whole point of TikToks is that they are just a messy, imperfect kind of thing, and And watching all of these other people's random TikToks, it's perfectly fine. I really don't need them to be an exceptional piece of work. So I tried to make my own version. I was at a Tesla supercharger here in the city, and it was really exciting, and the kind of stuff that I get nerdy and excited about. And I made a bunch of photos of the Tesla charger, and there was the FCC ID of the Tesla charger, which if you put in the FCC ID search database, there is a website for that, and then you can get the documents of internal images of the given component. So there were very interesting internal images of what's inside the Tesla charging cable and stuff like that. And I thought that's a great idea to make a TikTok about, And by definition, the TikToks you don't have a lot of control. You make it on your phone, and I did all of the whole background, the blur kind of thing. You put the image in the background and then you point to the things in the image, all of the casual TikTok stuff. What's inside the Tesla charging handle? That green thing is what's responsible for wirelessly opening the door of the charging port on the car if you press the button. Here is how you can find it. And I ended up to the same shitty feeling that I felt both at the podcast and both right now. And the same thing that, I don't want to, make my identity, my professional identity dirty with that kind of stuff, because my professional identity is very clean and very much engineered with all of the tweets that I post and with all of the blog posts that I make. It only goes out if it's to that perfect image that I want it to be. And the audio podcast wasn't that, and I thought, okay, so TikToks didn't work, the audio podcast didn't work. I had some ideas that, okay, maybe instead of the podcast, I should do it in writing. And the reason why I wanted to do it in writing, because then I can, rewrite it and make my ideas more clear and more perfect before I put them out. But then I would do the same mistake again. I feel like, it's not going to be real. What I want is to be real. I watched a bunch of old videos of mine, because I had YouTube videos from all over the ages of, I think after the age of 12, I had different YouTube channels. At every given moment, there was a Minecraft YouTube channel that I started with. It's still on YouTube. It's still public.
Na, sziasztok! Akkor hova menjünk? Tingerbe vagy arra? Havas. Nem tudom, most mi amúgy lamba játszunk ketten.
And then after that, there was a different channel where I had a bunch of videos. It was again Minecraft, of course, with my classmates and friends. And I deleted those videos. That was a huge mistake. You never delete anything that has some kind of value in terms of memories to look back on. Never delete them. I deleted them and I regret them so much. I want to look back on them, but I can't. After that, there was another channel, I think. I'm not sure about that. Maybe that was this channel. Yeah, that was this channel that you are on right now. But this channel has so many videos, but they are both private or unlisted. And I watched back some of the private videos of myself from age 15 or 14.
Úristen, itt írják, hogy rájöttek a Lokneti Thörn titkára. De hát neki nincs is titkára.
And they are great, actually. Okay, no. My first impression when watching them is that they are fucking cringe. They are really cringy. They are terrible. And yes, they are indeed very cringe looking back from my current self to my past self and thinking that, it's the same person. But, it's really not. I am a different person than what I was at the age of 14. But it's a progress, really. And looking back at it, it's so much. What did I wrote here? After watching these old videos and vlogs of mine, I had this impression that I'm quoting from myself, I am limiting myself so much. What I would do is filtered by what would fit in my current work. End quote. And it's so real, like, after watching these old videos of mine where I was a bit more pure and imperfect, and I didn't worry about, being this bug hunter persona where I am the bug hunter, and if I don't hunt for bugs, if I don't put out security bug content, then nobody would care, because you really only care about the bugs. I have this impression, and that's my selling point, really. I grab your attention because I have unreleased, previously unknown security issues and stories about them. But this kind of, made me into this professional kind of, in my head, into this professional kind of bug hunter image, which I now have a hard time to break out from. And my old videos were like a bunch of different things. There were like funny comedic videos about me just like ranting about like stuff about like Facebook ads and reading like stupid books, children books, which are like funny. So I had a bunch of weird content, and looking back at it, that's me. I still can identify with the points there, but I feel like those things that I expressed in those videos, those personality traits, are now much more filtered because I'm filtering what I'm putting out there, of what I put under my brand, my ex-David Who brand or my David Schutz brand. But I am not a brand. I am a person, once again, with changing and different interests. I had this thought the other day that this note titled, I want to honestly express myself, and I had this quote here. I said that I want to do things that doesn't fit my current professional image. I want to sing. That's another thing. That's something like, that's almost like sounds crazy at this point. I want to dance. That I also thought about getting like dance classes. I want to make videos about my thoughts. That's what you're watching right now. So that I really made this time. And I want to make music. That's also something else. Because of music and singing and dancing, they all have this connection with giving an experience to somebody else. Music gives huge experiences to me, and watching other people perform music live is also something new that I'm watching way more, because it's such a powerful experience. And I want to do something similar, but again, that's so much outside of the scope of bug bounties and security that I have a hard time allowing it for myself. But I feel like every experience is a human experience, which means that it's worth sharing and worth exploring, because it's pretty sure, like it's 99.9% sure that somebody else somewhere is having the same exact experiences as me, even though it might feel like it's only me right now.